Hey there, we're back again with another round of images in motion, photo enhancements, and more. Today we're going to continue on the series of my mom and dad's dating era, and we're going to look at some of the cool car scenes that I had, which is my dad in his Ford Fairlane. And also he took some pictures of my mom when they were dating, quite a few actually, next to the Ford Fairlane. And I'm going to digitally enhance, clean the photo up first, and then we're going to show you some AI techniques to really even take it to a next step up, another level in AI technology. So this is going to be an exciting episode. I hope you stick around and watch it. So let's get to it. Hey there, Steve Klein here. We're in my den now, and this is the photo I was talking about that's in pretty bad shape. It's of my mom and dad when they were first dating. The year, June 1958. The place over at a place called Benson Park, I believe. It's over closer to Multnomah Falls in the Columbia River Gorge, which is east of Portland, Oregon. And take a look at this. Here it is. Look at that. This is my mom and dad. My mom just got out of swimming, I think. She was swimming in the lake. And yeah, this is a pretty bad picture. Look at this. It's got scratches right here. There's a big gouge in the photo right here by my dad's head. There's artifacts all the way through the photo. It's not even scanned straight. It's skewed. There's this artifact here, and it's just big scratch. And then there's these little cobweb things, which happens over time. Either an insect got to the photo or one of those, what are those things called? They're not mealyworms. They're like silverfish, I think is what they're called. Anyway, yeah, so we're it's just, oh man. Anyway, so this is going to be a fun project, and I think that we could do it. It's just going to take a little bit of time and finesse, and I want to get it as best as we can. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we hope to restore this quite into HD quality if possible. These old photographs, by the way, were better than 35 millimeter photos, film. They were like the equivalents of 126 films, if you knew the difference or the concept. It's almost like those old Western photos. Remember they had the ones where if you got a magnifying glass and looked really close, you could find things. That's how these old photographs were. The film in there was incredible. And even in the cinemas, when you went and saw a movie, that's why it was in 4K or 8K equivalents, because the film was that good. And they took a while. Now they can replicate it digitally, but it took them years to even do that. But we're going to tackle this photo right here and right now. So let's get started. So I believe the place where my mom and dad were there in that picture is this here called Benson Lake, a Benson State Recreation Area, which is a Benson Park. And it could either have been this one here right before Multnomah Falls, or it could have been this one right here. Either way, it's one of those, and that's where they were. So that's where they were. So now we're going to open it in here in Photoshop. And while this opens up, wherever it's opening up at, oh, there it is. Okay, so let me see if I brought my cropping tool. It's a little bit skewed. I almost want to leave the bottom on there because it has the date on it. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know about the right side though. I'm going to chop it off right there. So right away, there's less work that I have to do. So there's some tools. I wonder if I can have Adobe Photoshop fix some of those scratches for us. I might do that. Whoops, I don't want to ruin the tree line there, because I think that area up there is actually normal. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay. And yeah, I don't know what to do about my dad's forehead here. You know, it's getting better. If I zoom in, oh man, there's so many artifacts. And I don't even know what these little speckles are here. See this little, like if I start trying to get rid of them, it just makes it look all smudgy underneath. I don't want to do that because I'm losing, anytime you're doing that, you're losing detail. But I wonder if I do this thing by my dad's head, what does it do? Let's see. It looks okay, but it looks like he has an Igor head for some reason. That his head wasn't that big. I could actually smudge it over though. This guy with the sunglasses back here. Whoa. Way down here. See that? I want to get it to where it's almost like I can, yeah, fix that. Some of these are just too big, too small. Now we're getting into the minutia here. These are the minutia details. Because like these little white artifacts down here, those are not natural. But how much do we want to fix on this, right? And that's an antenna, so I don't want to get rid of that. At least I don't think it's... At this point, I want to see what Adobe could do for this. Because I know that Adobe has a photo... what do you call it? It has the neurofilter, but it also, I'm going to put it on a mode of grayscale RGB. So in case I want to play around with the colorization, I could. I'm going to unlock the background, which is right behind my head there. This was like this. Unlock it just in case. I don't know if I really need to worry about that, but I'm going to go up here where it says neurofilters. I'm going to open that again. Right away, it recognizes the faces too. I don't know what it can do as far as like restoring their faces better. But I'm going to do the restore the photo. And notice that scratches over here, scratch reduction is not set, but the face enhances are. Whoa, look at that. So it did a real good number on my dad's face, but it didn't get rid of that artifact in the head. It didn't get rid of that, but his faces, their faces are incredible. That's a strength of 60. What if we lower it down to 30? Even that, what if I take it all the way off? Yeah, it's blurry again, but man, that is just incredible. I mean, don't you guys agree? Just that it can do this. Now, I usually run it through gigapixel, but I don't dare change it right there. I'm going to say okay and create a new layer based on that, just to save that layer. Okay. So here it is, just in case you didn't know, without and without enhancement, with enhancement, without with. It still didn't get rid of all of the spider webs that I'm seeing back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like I didn't do that, go back to the neural filter on this first layer, and I'm going to now restore this one, but I'm going to put the scratches up a little bit like that. I'm going to bring the face down. Now it's processing this. It's looking through the algorithms to see what it can do for the scratches. So that's what's happening right now. Whoa. Did that just erase the scratch? I was looking away when that happened. Okay, let me say okay and put that in a new layer. I turned it down to a strength of 30 for the scratch removal. Okay, so here's with the scratches on it. Here's with the removed. And it even removed the little speckles up on the top. Do you see that? That's incredible. All right. And the faces still came through. I'm going to remove this layer here and keep the layer 2 that we did. I do like this. it didn't take everything out. So now we're going to have to work on my dad's forehead and all these speckled right here, because this was not here originally. I don't believe this is his button. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't think so. Some goobers there on his pants. On her swimsuit, there's a white artifact. That is a ring. This must be a class ring that he had. I do remember something about that. Back in the day, they would have class rings for school. And they were more mainstream back then than they are today. But I believe that's, I mean, and you know, obviously football players have rings that they wear when they win the Super Bowl or things like that. So it's not uncommon. Oh. You know, now that I got the faces up close, it just looks so, either it could look artificial or it could look normal. I'm trying to get this blended in with the background. Okay, so now let me see if I can get a big. Okay, so now I've saved the photo. I'm going to export it into a JPEG, and because the upscaler has already upscaled it, I am just going to leave it like that. And there we go. So let's do a before and after. Okay, so here we go. Remember before we had the scratches all over the place. We had this artifact on my dad's head, got little speckles in my mom's purse and all over the photo. Even had some white and some speckles on this guy back here with the dog. And then over here we have someone else coming out of a car, walking. I got this cropped on the sides, left the date there because I thought that was kind of fun to see the real date that this picture is developed. And yeah, so let's go to the updated one. So this is before and this is after. Wow, what a difference, right? I mean, look at that. Before and after. Before and after. Yeah, I think it's enhanced it quite a bit. The head could have been probably a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm just happy with the overall look and feel of this. And it could be tweaked a little bit more. But what do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. And did your parents ever go out to some fun, really fun summer routine or summer experiences of swimming or being out in the outdoors? Leave that in the comments section below. I'd love to see them. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Are you interested in another photo restoration project just like this one where my mom and dad were dating? Take a look over here. Click it. Click it. Click it. You want to click it, don't you? You'll see some more fun photos and some other neat stories that I have. So click it. Click it. Click it.